The Miami Heat, a part of this trade, you know what? This is like a side trade to the big trade, right? The Miami Heat went out and got Jimmy Butler, and congrats to them on the move. Look, I actually like Josh Richardson, the player, a lot. I went to school with Josh Richardson, so I'm kind of biased here. To be honest with you, kind of following Josh Richardson on his social media, kind of following some of the other Miami Heat players, I think they got too close. That's just my opinion. I don't know that to be true. I think they got too close, and I think it might have gotten, like, if I'm really close with somebody, that's why I kind of like to separate family with business or friends with business, because I think they got to the point where, to me, they were so close, it would be tough for me to say, yo, you took a bad shot, bruh. Don't do that again if we're friends. Like, these dudes, that Miami Heat culture, and I think Pat Riley saw this, I think they got too close to each other, right? And, you know, I never like that closeness, not too close at work. Usually when people are that close at work, something happens because people get too comfortable. And now you bring in the guy who's never comfortable with anybody in Jimmy Butler to kind of spice things up. Because I really like Josh Richardson, the player, but I just think that roster needed some type of shift to it to get at least some type of direction right now in the post-Dwayne Wade era. So to complete that Miami Heat big-time trade with Philadelphia, technically a sign and trade in which Miami gives up Josh Richardson, Philadelphia gives up Jimmy Butler, technically. One thing that needed to happen is the Miami Heat needed to clear some more cap space. One way they went about it was trading a guy that they've been trying to trade. Trust me on this. They've been trying to trade Hassan Whiteside for the longest. Pat Riley does not like Hassan Whiteside. He dreaded it the day after he gave him that contract. He is not a Hassan Whiteside guy. I'm not a Hassan Whiteside guy. Anywho, they finally moved Hassan Whiteside in a trade to Portland. And I think this is a big deal in regard to the Western Conference. Portland will get Hassan Whiteside, and the Miami Heat will get Mo Harkless and Myles Leonard, two guys that really work hard day in and day out. Myles Leonard had a big-time game in the playoffs, a couple big-time games. Yeah, so what I like about this trade for Portland is, you know, Jusuf Nurkic, he tore his ACL, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to need some time to work his way back in. And one thing Portland really needed in the playoffs was a stable big they could count on. They got beat up on the inside. Draymond Green really controlled that series, not just from the perimeter or the facilitator. He was able to get into that lane and make plays too much. Draymond Green is a good player. He has great moments. But the way he was able to get into the lane and just attack that Portland Trailblazers defense was just too much. Not to mention, if KD would have been there, it would have been disgusting, right? So I'm thinking to myself, you get Hassan Whiteside, hopefully his body holds up. I heard his diet is not the greatest. But you get Hassan Whiteside, hopefully he's ready to go, motivated. Last year of his deal, hopefully you get him alongside guys like Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum. They seem to have good work, fun relationships. So hopefully that culture and being in the playoffs could help Portland, because that's really the only way they can make a move. They're running out of cap room. But I congratulate Portland for doing something. You know, I just criticized Damian Lillard a couple of days ago for signing that new extension and taking the leverage out of his hands and giving it all to Portland. But that is something what Portland did. They brought in some talent. A guy that to some is all-star level talent. You bring him in. Now Jusuf can kind of ease his way in back in the lineup. And when they get healthy at some point next year, Dame, CJ, Jusuf Nurkic, and Hassan Whiteside, it's a very formidable four. I would not be surprised if, you know, with Golden State dealing with their share of injuries and losing Kevin Durant. And we'll see what happens with Denver. I would not be surprised if number one, number two in the West next year would be the Portland Trailblazers and then Denver Nuggets, or Denver Nuggets 1 and Portland number 2. And then I think the Lakers are going to rest a lot in the regular season. And then Golden State's got to get healthy. I think Golden State and the Lakers could be 3 or 4, something like that. But either way, I would take the Lakers, and the Warriors would still be my favorite to get to the Western Conference Finals. But regular season, I can see Portland making a lot of noise, just winning a lot of games night in, night out, because they got a lot of talent when healthy. I think Jusuf can fit in that lineup, and I think Hassan can fit back in that lineup as well. Pretty damn good. From Miami's side, you get another bad seat out of that locker room, and now you let Bam Bam, you let Bam know he's the starting center now. So I think it works out for both sides. Yeah, Miami trades Hassan Whiteside to Portland. We'll see how it goes. What you think about this move? Is this a slept-on move of the offseason? Talk to me in the comment box below. I'm out.
I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
All the kids, they are now tuned in.
Yeah, we locked in right now, Mr.
Taliaferro. Mr. Taliaferro.
Mr. Taliaferro. Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr. Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.